We all want to be attractive, but what if I told you that you could achieve it without saying a single word? That's right, today we're going to explore how you can develop habits that will make you socially attractive without needing to speak. And not only that, we will do it from a Stoic perspective. So if you're ready to learn how to be more attractive in a calm and powerful way, stay with us. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that is based on living in harmony with nature and accepting what we cannot change. It is a philosophy of inner strength, self-control, and wisdom. And these principles can be incredibly powerful when it comes to being attractive because, let's be honest, attraction is not just about how you look, but also about how you behave and how you feel about yourself. We're going to break this down into several specific habits that you can adopt to become more attractive in silence. We will talk about topics like confidence, serenity, presence, and much more. Each of these habits is deeply rooted in Stoic principles, and I will mention quotes from famous philosophers to support each point. This way, not only will you learn how to be more attractive, but you will also immerse yourself in a philosophy that can change your life. So get ready, because we're about to embark on a journey that will not only make you more attractive, but also a better person. Before we continue, we would appreciate it if you hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Join our community of like-minded individuals on the path to self-mastery and Stoic strength. Your journey starts here. And to dive even deeper, unlock the wisdom of Stoicism and continue your personal transformation with our hand-picked book recommendations in the description. These timeless works by philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca are filled with actionable insights for building inner strength, finding calm, and living a balanced life. By using our links, you not only gain powerful knowledge, but also support our mission to bring you more transformative content. Don't miss out. Start your Stoic journey today. Now let's move on to the first habit, which is confidence. Confidence is one of the most attractive qualities a person can have, and best of all, you don't need to say a single word to show it. Let's remember what Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said. Perfect tranquility consists in the good order of the mind in your own domain. This phrase reminds us that authentic confidence comes from within, from having a mind at peace and in harmony. So, how can we develop this confidence from a Stoic perspective? First, we need to understand that confidence is not about knowing everything or being the best at everything. It's about being comfortable with yourself, accepting both your strengths and weaknesses. A habit you can incorporate is daily meditation. You don't need to do it for hours. Just a few minutes a day can make a big difference. Meditation helps you connect with yourself, calm your mind, and find that inner peace Marcus Aurelius spoke about. Over time, you'll notice that you feel more confident and serene in social situations because you've worked on your inner self. Another valuable practice is self-reflection. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on your actions and thoughts. What did you do well? What could you improve? This reflection will help you get to know yourself better and build a solid foundation of internal confidence. This is where Stoicism comes into play. The Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. Instead of worrying about what others think of you, focus on your behavior and your own standards. Confidence is silent. You don't need to talk about your achievements or boast. You just need to be present, be authentic, and maintain that inner calm. People are naturally attracted to those who radiate a quiet and secure energy. Now let's move on to the second habit, which is serenity. Serenity is incredibly attractive. When you are serene, you convey a sense of security and stability, and that's something many people find irresistible. Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This phrase teaches us that keeping calm and staying tranquil, no matter what happens around you, is a true sign of strength. How can we cultivate this serenity? One effective way is to practice mindful breathing. When you feel anxious or stressed, take a moment and focus on your breathing. Inhale deeply through your nose, fill your lungs with air, and then slowly exhale through your mouth. Repeat this several times until you feel your mind start to calm. Another useful practice is learning to accept what you cannot change. Stoicism teaches us that many things in life are beyond our control: the weather, traffic, other people's opinions. Instead of getting frustrated by these things, learn to accept them. Ask yourself, is this something I can control? If the answer is no, then let it go. This will not only reduce your stress, but also project an image of someone who is at peace with themselves and the world. Additionally, serenity is reflected in your body language. Maintain a relaxed but not slouched posture. Your movements should be slow and deliberate, not rushed or nervous. Maintain eye contact with others, but don't force it. All of this communicates that you are comfortable with yourself and the situation. When you are serene, you demonstrate that you have control over yourself and the circumstances. People are attracted to those who can remain calm in the midst of chaos because it gives them a sense of security and confidence. Remember, being serene doesn't mean being apathetic, but rather being in control and at peace with your emotions. It's a quality that, although silent, speaks volumes about your character. Let's move on to the third habit: presence. Presence is one of those qualities that can be hard to define but easy to recognize when you see it. It's the ability to be fully in the moment, truly there with both the people and situations you face. Seneca, another great Stoic philosopher, said, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." This means that when we try to divide our attention between many things, we're not really paying attention to anything. Presence, then, is about focusing entirely on the here and now. How do we cultivate this presence? First, practice the art of listening. When someone is speaking to you, pay genuine attention. Don't think about what you're going to say next or glance at your phone. Just listen. This not only makes you seem more attentive, but it also allows you to connect more deeply with others. Another important aspect is being aware of your surroundings. Observe the details of the people and places around you. Don't just look, truly see. This helps ground you in the present moment and allows you to respond more authentically to situations. You can also practice mindfulness, which involves doing daily activities with full awareness. For example, instead of quickly drinking a cup of tea, take a moment to appreciate its aroma, taste, and the warmth of the cup. These mindfulness practices train your mind to be present in every moment. Presence is also reflected in your body language. Maintain an open and relaxed posture. Show interest with your gestures and facial expressions. Avoid nervous movements or distractions that might indicate your mind is elsewhere. When you are truly present, people notice. They feel like you genuinely care, that you're sincerely interested in them and what they have to say. This creates a stronger and deeper connection, which is an essential part of being silently attractive. Remember, presence isn't about being the center of attention, but about being fully connected to the moment and to the people around you. It's a powerful quality that shows respect and consideration, and that is extremely attractive. Let's move on to the fourth habit: integrity. Integrity is one of those fundamental values that stand out even when they're not mentioned. It's about living in accordance with your principles and values, being honest at all times. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be and then do what you have to do." This quote reminds us of the importance of being consistent with what we believe and how we act. Integrity is not something you can fake. It must be deeply rooted within you. To cultivate integrity, you first need to know what your values are. What do you consider important? What are the principles that guide your life? Take the time to reflect on these questions and make sure your actions align with your answers. When you live according to your values, you project an authenticity that is very attractive. Another crucial part of integrity is being honest, not only with others but also with yourself. This means admitting your mistakes and learning from them. People respect those who are brave enough to acknowledge their flaws and work to improve them. Additionally, being honest frees you from the burden of maintaining false appearances, allowing you to live more genuinely and relaxed. Integrity also involves keeping your promises and commitments. If you say you're going to do something, do it. People trust those who are reliable and consistent, and this builds a solid reputation. Being someone others can trust is incredibly attractive. Lastly, integrity is also reflected in how you treat others. Treat everyone with respect and compassion, regardless of who they are or what they can offer you. This not only shows your character, but also fosters an environment of mutual respect and trust. When you live with integrity, you become a person of solid principles and values. People are drawn to authenticity and honesty because these are qualities that build trust and respect. At the end of the day, being someone who others can trust and respect is one of the most powerful forms of silent attraction. Let's continue with the fifth habit: self-restraint. Self-restraint or self-control is an essential characteristic that not only makes you more attractive, but also demonstrates great inner strength. In a world where people often act impulsively, those who show self-restraint truly stand out. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic emperors, said, "You have power over your mind, not external events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote reminds us that although we cannot control what happens around us, we can control how we react to it. So, how do we develop self-restraint? First, it's important to learn to recognize your emotions without letting them dominate you. When you find yourself in a stressful or provocative situation, take a moment to breathe deeply and assess your feelings before reacting. This will not only help you stay calm, but will also prevent you from saying or doing something you might later regret. Practicing patience is another way to cultivate self-restraint. We live in an era of instant gratification, but learning to wait and be patient can be incredibly beneficial. Patience shows that you are not at the mercy of your immediate desires and that you have the discipline to wait for something truly worthwhile. Moderation is also key. This doesn't mean depriving yourself of things you enjoy, but rather finding a healthy balance, whether it's with food, social media, or any other activity. Practicing moderation will help you maintain balanced control over your desires and actions. Self-restraint is also reflected in how you handle criticism and conflict. Instead of reacting defensively or with anger, try to listen and consider others' perspectives. Responding calmly and reasonably not only shows maturity, but also makes you appear as a reliable and respectful person. Remember, self-restraint is not about suppressing your emotions, but about managing them effectively. It's a sign that you have control over yourself, which is incredibly attractive. People admire those who can stay calm and act thoughtfully at all times. Let's move on to the sixth habit, gratitude. Gratitude is a quality that can transform your life and how others perceive you. Often we focus on what we lack or want, but the Stoics teach us the importance of appreciating what we already have. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This quote reminds us that true wealth comes from appreciating what we have, not from always desiring more. Gratitude helps us focus on the positive and develop an attitude of contentment and inner peace. How can we cultivate gratitude? One effective way is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few minutes to write down 3 things you are grateful for. They can be small things, like the sun shining, or big things, like the health of a loved one. This daily practice will train your mind to see the positive side of life and appreciate what you have. Gratitude can also be expressed in your daily interactions. Thank the people around you, from your loved ones to strangers who serve you in a store. A simple thank you can have a great impact and show others that you value their efforts and presence. Another way to practice gratitude is through reflection. Take a moment each day to reflect on the good things that have happened to you. Even on tough days, look for at least one positive thing. This constant attitude of gratitude will make you more positive and optimistic, qualities that are very attractive. When you show gratitude, you project a positive energy that attracts others. People feel good around you because they see that you appreciate life and what you have. This attitude also makes you more resilient, as it helps you focus on the positive even in difficult times. Remember, gratitude is not just about saying thank you, but about living with an attitude of appreciation and contentment. It's a quality that will not only make you happier, but also more attractive to others. Let's continue with the 7th habit, humility. Humility is a quality that is often misunderstood, but is incredibly powerful. Being humble doesn't mean thinking less of yourself, but rather thinking of yourself less and focusing more on others. Epictetus said, "It's impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." This quote reminds us that humility is essential for growth and learning. Recognizing that there is always something new to learn and that we don't have all the answers is a sign of true wisdom. So, how can we cultivate humility? First, accept that you don't know everything. This is one of the hardest things to do, especially in a world where everyone wants to appear as an expert. But admitting your limitations not only makes you more approachable, it also opens you up to new opportunities for learning and growth. Another valuable practice is listening more than you speak. Give others the chance to share their thoughts and experiences without interrupting or imposing your point of view. Truly listening with the intention to understand and not just to respond shows respect and consideration for others. Humility is also reflected in how you treat people, regardless of their status or position. Treat everyone with the same level of respect and dignity. Remember that each person has their own story and something valuable to offer. This kind of attitude is extremely attractive because it shows that you value people for who they are, not for what they can do for you. It's also important to accept and learn from your mistakes. No one is perfect, and we all make mistakes. The difference lies in how we respond to them. Instead of defending yourself or making excuses, admit when you are wrong and show a willingness to learn and improve. This ability to be vulnerable and honest about your shortcomings is a sign of great strength. When you practice humility, you become more approachable and authentic. People feel comfortable around you because they don't feel pressured to impress or compete. Humility creates a space for acceptance and understanding, which is incredibly attractive. Remember, humility is not weakness, but a sign of true power and confidence. It is the foundation of a life rich in learning and meaningful relationships. Let's continue with the 8th habit, patience. Patience is a virtue that, although sometimes underestimated, has a tremendous impact on how others perceive you and how you manage your daily life. Seneca said, "Time discovers the truth." This quote reminds us that good things take time, and the truth and clarity often reveal themselves with patience and perseverance. Patience is the ability to wait without frustration, to accept that things take time, and to remain calm in the meantime. How can we develop patience? First, it is essential to change our perspective on time and expectations. We live in an era of instant gratification, but the reality is that the most valuable and meaningful things in life usually require time and effort. Recognizing and accepting this is the first step in cultivating patience. Another useful practice is meditation and mindfulness. These practices help you stay present in the moment and avoid rushing into the future. When you feel impatient, take a moment to breathe deeply and focus on the here and now. Regular meditation can train your mind to be more patient and less reactive. Additionally, practice patience in your daily life. This can be as simple as waiting in line without checking your phone, listening carefully to someone without interrupting, or completing a task without rushing. These small acts of patience accumulate and strengthen your ability to be patient in larger, more significant situations. Remember, patience is not just about waiting, but about how you wait. Maintaining a positive and calm attitude while waiting demonstrates great maturity and self-control. People are attracted to those who can handle waiting with grace and calmness because it indicates inner strength and confidence in the process. We have now covered 8 fundamental habits: confidence, serenity, presence, integrity, self-restraint, gratitude, humility, and patience. Each of these habits is deeply rooted in Stoic principles, and by practicing them, you will not only become more attractive, but also a better person. Living by these principles will not only make you stand out, but also give you a fuller, more meaningful life. So if this video has inspired you and you want to continue learning more about how to improve your life from a Stoic perspective, subscribe and activate the bell. See you in the next video, where we will continue exploring Stoicism and how to apply it to everyday life. Thank you for staying until the end. Remember, stay strong, stay positive, and stay true to yourself.